Well, good morning, Gathering Network kids, and welcome back to Kid Zone. I am so thankful that you are back here with me again. And today we are moving on to our second part of the Joseph story. If you missed the first part from the last time, which has been almost a month ago, make sure to go back and check out that one first before you dive in here. So just as a refresher from last time, Joseph was one of 12 kids in his family, and all of those siblings that he had, they were all boys. So a family of 12 boys. Joseph was known to be his father's favorite. Out of all those kids, Joseph was the favorite. His father, Jacob, had given him a very special gift, the most beautiful coat that you've ever seen. In fact, we call it now Joseph's coat of many colors. And if you remember, Joseph also kind of had these special and odd dreams about becoming king and how his brothers were going to bow down to him someday. Now, if your brothers or your sisters told you that they had a dream like that, it would probably bother you too. This caused his brothers to become very angry with him and jealous of him, so they decided to make a plan against him. They were going to get rid of him. They decided to sell him off into slavery for 20 pieces of silver. And when we left off last week, Joseph was having a terrible time in Egypt. He had been put in jail. He had to work for no pay. And to make matters worse, his brothers went home and they told Jacob, their father, hey, Joseph has died. And they told him this so that he wouldn't go looking for him when he realized that Joseph was missing. And so today we're going to find Joseph facing a new opportunity in the middle of these sort of terrible circumstances. So one night, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt at the time, had a very weird dream. It was this dream about thin cows gobbling up and eating fat cows. What on earth did that mean? Pharaoh didn't know, and he was so confused. All of his sort of special people around him didn't know, couldn't tell him what it meant. But as we know, Joseph had become sort of known for his special gift or ability to tell people what dreams mean. So Pharaoh sent for Joseph, and Joseph came and explained Pharaoh's dream like this. He told him it means a famine is coming, and there's not going to be enough food for all the people in Egypt. So you see, this dream was actually like a warning to Pharaoh. Was Pharaoh going to listen or not listen to this interpretation of his dream? Pharaoh was so pleased by Joseph's gift and skill of translating and helping him understand this dream that he immediately took Joseph out of jail and made him a prince. So back home, this is over several years' time, Joseph's brother, their families had run out of food and everyone was hungry. This happened just as Pharaoh's dream had said. Exactly what Pharaoh had dreamed had come true. People were in danger if they didn't get food soon. So Joseph's brothers decided to travel to Egypt to buy food, and they knew nothing of where Joseph was now. They didn't know, would he be in Egypt or would he be somewhere else? Would he still be alive? So they come to Egypt and they find themselves bowing down before this new prince that Pharaoh has appointed. They didn't know, they didn't recognize that this prince was Joseph. And Joseph knew exactly who they were as soon as they were in front of him. His dream about his brothers bowing down to him was actually coming true. So Joseph tells them, "It's me, it's your brother Joseph." And when the brothers saw that it was actually Joseph, if you can imagine, they were now so afraid. They had wronged Joseph, they had treated him poorly, they had sinned against him, and they knew it. This was not going to turn out good given how they had treated him. Certainly they thought Joseph was going to punish them. But the miracle in this story is that Joseph looked at his brothers, his eyes filled with tears, and even though his brothers had hurt him and hated him and wanted him dead, in spite of everything, for some reason, he couldn't stop loving them. Instead of hating them, his heart was filled with love for them and he forgave them. So Joseph said to them, "Don't be afraid. Behind what you were doing, underneath everything that was happening, God was doing something good. He has made things right again." So Joseph decided he couldn't punish them. He rescued them and he brought all of his family, his father, all of the kids and their families to Egypt to live safely there with him. And we find that one day God would send another prince, a young prince whose heart would break. Like Joseph, he would leave his home, he would leave his father, and like Joseph, his brothers and friends would hate him and betray him and want him dead. And like Joseph, he would be sold for pieces of silver and he would be punished even though he had done nothing wrong. But God once again would have a plan to use everything that happens to this next prince, even the bad things, to bring about good things and to forgive the sins of the whole world. So take some time today with the discussion questions, and I'll see you guys next time.